Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Next video. Finally, MagPul has released the Scorpion magazines. They call them EV9. 35 rounds, 9x19, or we call it 9mm, or 9mm, or Luger. 35 round polymer magazines. Well, isn't that something? Well, guess what? We also have magazines made by PSA. Interesting enough, I got the MagPul PMAGs for the Evo, PMAG 35, also for Palmetto State. Let's compare them really quickly. As you can see, and I'm going to move the Scorpion itself out of the way, the PMAG has an orange follower. This is the Scorpion specific. PSA mag has the red follower. Interesting enough, even though they're designed for the same number of rounds, PMAG is shorter for some reason, possibly because it has slightly different angle. If we look at the two mags, PMAG has a larger bend angle than the PSA magazine. It also has the load holes, or check how many rounds you have loaded holes on the mag, 4 on each side, 10, 20, 30 and 35. It has a much better grip, interesting enough, than the PSA. PSA is very flat and doesn't have any ridges or cuts or whatever you call this design on the PMAGs. And also, if you look on the back, it is very interesting that the PSA mag is hollowed out to a degree, where the PMAG is only at the top. Also, you can see the mag latches are different design between the two guns. The follower is designed differently between them as well. Very interesting. As you can see, I am applying a lot of force in my right hand, and I am able to slide the PSA mag. I'm not able to slide the PMAG at all. These assembly methods look to be very similar. There is a plunger on the end. I'm not going to disassemble them until I take them to the gun range. Look at the side of the magazines at the top especially. Very different angles being utilized. And I think the PSA mag has some kind of steel to support the lips, and it does. There is nothing in the PMAGs. PMAGs are, or at least seem to be, completely polymer, sans the spring most likely. Let's see how well it fits. This is my Gen 1 Scorpion, which you have seen on my channel quite a bit. No changes have been performed on it. It is empty, chamber is empty, no loaded mags nearby. Let's verify how this works. Again, to repeat, starting with the PSA magazine, positive and proper ejection. MagPul PMAG, very positive, ejects freely. The same, let's look at it from the top, or somewhat from the top. Hopefully I'm not going to kill my red side by this. See, it locks. A little bit of wobble side to side on the PSA mag. Does it drop free? Of course it does. This is not the AKV mag, this is the Scorpion mag. For some reason, it sounds like there is better locking on the MagPul PMAG. I don't know, maybe it's just my Subconscious giving me that sound? I have no idea. It sits better than a PSA for the forward and back, but about the same on side to side. Okay, drops 3. This was mag number 1 to make sure that we have a valid test. Never test one of them. So I always try to get at least 2 of each item that I can afford to test. Lock, drop 3. Okay, this was with the bolt back. Bolt forward, as you can see. Locks. Again. Same for PSA mags. Okay, that looks to be fine. Let's put the gun aside and let's look at the physical parameters. Let's start with the weight comparison. Not very important, they're both polymer mags, but doesn't hurt. Okay, let's put 2 Palmetto State mags on the scale. 222, 111 each. That's in grams. Now, if we were to go to ounces, 7.85 ounces for 2, 3.9 ounces for 1. 3.9, remember? MagPul, 8.8 ounces. 8.8 ounces for 2. 4.45 ounces for 1. Again, 4.4. 3.9. MagPul PMAGs are heavier than the PSA Scorpion magazines. Is it a good thing? It all depends on what you are trying to achieve. Not much of a difference to really complain about, in my mind. Alright, let's see. Lengthwise, from longest to the end. So this is 8.5 inches from here to here. 9 inches from here to here. So you can see, strangely enough, that the PSA magazine is indeed slightly longer. And they have different angles. So if you put a straight line, you can see this. And if you were to put them at the same stop, which is basically 9 inches here, you can see that this is a different angle. Design, requirements, whatever they used as their approach. Let's see how this works out. So far, these are actually slightly less expensive than the original CZ mags, but they're very much comparable to the PSA 35 round magazines. They have additional options for being a little bit easier to, let's say, label. Here are your labeling options. They have improved grip, in my mind, versus the PSA, which is all smooth. But other than that, at least we have one more option. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Click like if you like this video, and let's go to the range and test them.